Why do I play football?
Football is everything. I don't know what I'd do without it.
I've never been at any point in my career where I've gone, right, I'm happy.
You can only keep going for so long before you do start to crack.
Don't take it as serious as I did.
If you want something, it will happen. You just got to want it enough.
Football's a simple game, and the reason we all start in the first place is because we love the game and we love playing it, and somewhere along the line it gets complicated.
If I'm honest with you, I love it. I think it's all I've ever known. My parents say when I was younger, even when I couldn't walk, I had a ball under my arm.
I love everything around preparing for games. I love the feelings of games themselves. I feel very alive when playing football.
It gets me away from everything else. I get to step onto the pitch and just focus on football.
You know, as you grow older, you just find yourself always kicking about with your friends, and if there's a spare minute, you kick a ball against a wall, or you just juggle, or at school, I'd always be the one bringing the football to school. And yeah, you can't really describe why you play, it's just a thing inside you just fall in love, yeah.
Obviously it's a job, and when you're on the pitch, you're trying to do your job as best as possible. Sometimes it can be good to take emotion out of it, sometimes it might not be, and you feel emotions when you play football, whether that's pain and hurt in defeat or kind of the ecstasy of winning.
It's a feeling that you chase all the time. You want to win every game. You want to win for any fans watching, any family watching, and all your teammates. You just want to win for your teammates as well.
I don't think there's actually a better feeling. Obviously, I've got kids, that's the different side, but in the sport, that winning feeling is probably one of the best things that you can ever achieve.
Once you've won, just everything feels perfect. That feeling doesn't last long, and once that's gone, it could be 10 minutes, could be an hour, could be a night, could be a Saturday night and a Sunday, but that moment will go, and then you're in pursuit of the next.
All your problems can go away. It's just complete, let go, be yourself. It's natural, it's not forced, it's not pressured. It's just, you just go out there and be yourself, and kind of everything else gets put to the side for that 90 minutes or that 2 hours training every day, you know.
Personally, I haven't had kids myself, but I would not put my children into an academy system at 7, 8 years old, just because my life was kind of that. I came out of school 2 days a week just to go to Aston Villa Academy and do my training there, and I think that's not the best thing to do. But when you're young, you want to think, you know, Aston Villa is a massive club, I'll do what they want to do. So is academies a good thing? Yeah, they're a good thing, but the amount of people that make it is scary, really. Like, out of my team now, I'd say a couple of lads in League One, a couple of lads in Scotland. You've got obviously Jacob Ramsey a year below me, he's in the Premier League now. And then apart from that, a lot have just fell by the wayside.
I don't think I regret it now. Like, what happened. And I think going into men's football, being in the academy, if I was still in the academy at the age I am now, or had the choice to play men's football, I reckon I'd be playing men's football, just because it develops you as a player in a different aspect of the game.
So, what did happen?
Got told basically that my attitude wasn't good enough, so they basically just released me because my attitude wasn't good enough at the age of 13. So I left.
When you work so hard and you dedicate your life to something, and you see other lads who don't are getting things instead of you, I think it can become, you can only keep going for so long before you do start to crack, and I did start to crack. Like I said, if you ask family, I was nowhere near the same person I am. Because you're overthinking things, it just becomes a bit too much. You're a footballer, it doesn't matter whatever level you play at, you want to play football. You don't want to say I'm a footballer but be watching from the stands on a Saturday.
We must have been under 13s. We got sat down at a presentation at the club, which was Sunday League at the time, and it still is, and they said, who wants to be a professional footballer, put your hand up. And someone did, I didn't, I just kept quiet. Didn't want to be that person. And they said, it's not going to happen for any of you. None of you are going to play professional football. You might as well just stay here. My mum was like gobsmacked as well. You're still kids at that age.
I played something like 84 games in 2 years, probably an ever-present, become captain. I was out with a friend and my wife got a letter, recorded delivery. I said, I'll open it, and it was a letter from the club releasing me. And I thought the disrespect of it, the fact that I've been there for 2 years, trained every day, not missed a session, not missed a game, was captain, one player of the year, released me by a letter, those cowards.
Never. They got to a point where I didn't really like the team that I was playing for, but never got to a point where I thought, yeah, I need to sack it in, because I love it too much to. I don't know what to do about football, to be honest.
Wanting to prove people wrong, it digs in you. Do you know what I mean? You feel it inside. When you close your eyes, like you see people who weren't having you, and you think, I'm going to show you. So I think it always pulled you back in. But yeah, when you go through tough times, you do question it. But realistically, the strength of that thought probably wasn't, or it's nowhere near as strong as the, come on now, you're more than good enough to do this.
They don't necessarily understand some of the tolls it can take. Like I said, it's a blessing. I don't mean that football's this horrible, tough thing. Like in any part of life, you have different pros and cons.
I was finding it hard, the transition from school to that, just thinking I'm not going to be good enough. And then I don't know what my face was like on my body language. I had a Mill tracks on, my rucksack over my bag, and I must have been awful, because all of a sudden this builder under his window, and he said, cheer up, mate, you're playing for the best club in the world, doing the best job in the world. You could be worse, you could be sat in here with us, fucking going to build an house. And the minute I said that, something clicked to me. I don't know what it was. I thought, fucking hell. And I still remember the stage, 3 of them sitting there, one was having a coffee, one had a fucking Greggs sausage roll, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, life ain't so bad.
If you could say anything to your 8-year-old self, what would you say?
What would I tell myself? Start stretching more. Definitely start stretching. But just enjoy every single minute of it, because I feel like when you grow older and like you can kind of get lost and feel like it's just a job, but it's not just a job. It's a career that some people will never ever have and can never ever get into, but they love so much. And I was lucky enough to have that. It can be horrible, it can be the greatest day, but enjoy every single second of it.
I remember my dad saying to me, do you really want to do this? And I said, yeah. And he said, right then, well, give it 100%, and then you can't look back with any regrets. If it doesn't work out, then it is what it is. But if you've given it 100%, then I don't think you can ask much more, really.
Enjoy it. Just let that, enjoy it and work hard. Let those two things override everything else. There are going to be times where you hate it. There are going to be times where it really hurts. There are going to be times where it feels like the world's ending because of what's happening in football. But remember why you play it, and that's because you love it and you enjoy it. So yeah, 8-year-old Ben, enjoy it, work hard, and all those tough moments don't last.